Ladies, you are going to get hit on way more after watching this video. We're going to give you the insider tips on how to attract more men.
And I'm going to give you the insider tip on exactly what men are looking for.
And I have had women who have never been hit on in their entire life. And once they start working with me, all of a sudden I get messages, oh my gosh, Natasha, I just got approached in the grocery store. Oh my gosh, Natasha, men are hitting on me everywhere I go. I get messages like this all of the time, which is why I was like, honey, we need to do a video on this, because some women think that they're an exception to the rule or there's something wrong with men.
Not at all. And men aren't scared to approach women at all. But what men do consider.
And for those lovely ladies that are new here, what's up? I'm Natasha.
And I'm Brian.
I was a former single mom with 4 kids, went through a whole bunch of trauma and loss. If you're interested in learning more about dating and relationships and feeling good in your body again, I'm talking your hormones, your nervous system, all of that.
Click the subscribe button so you don't miss any of our videos and content.
I saw a video on this the other day where a lady was talking about how men they're too scared to approach women anymore. I was like, not the women I coach. Well, I know the ladies want to hear the man's perspective. So, honey, what are men looking for?
Well, it's so simple. Men don't complicate things. Men don't make things seem more difficult than they are. First of all, men are looking for the looks, but also just your demeanor as you're moving around. We may look at small things like how you have your hair. We might look at just your smile as we approach you. Those small things let us know, is this someone that I can have a conversation with without fighting, without feeling like we're pulling teeth? It's just fun and easy. And just your approach when we say hi lets us know so much. We can make a decision at that point, not to get married or not, but if we even want to talk to you based on how you respond to our hi.
So, babe, do women need to look perfect? Because so many women are in the comments thinking, like, what if I have an off day? What if I don't look perfect? Blah, blah, blah.
Well, most men don't care if you look perfect in that moment that you meet them.
Yes.
Men will talk to you as long as and we don't understand this all the time, but as long as you have good energy, we approach you, we look at you and we say, okay, she may not be in her prom dress. I see the potential. So we'll look at potential on looks, even though we don't look at wife potential. If you have potentially have good looks, have good structure, you're the right size. Exactly. That's the way we look.
Yeah.
Exactly what we're looking for. If you have on a baseball hat, if you have a bad hair day, that won't stop us from approaching you as men, because we like your energy. We think you're attractive. But if you have bad energy and you look good and you have everything perfect, that'll stop us before your looks will. What men do consider before approaching the woman, is it worth their time? Is this someone who, if I'm looking at them, if I see them and I'm attracted to them, are they looking mean and tough? Are they looking like they're ready to give out direct orders or something? Or are they just relaxed, chilling, smiling, laughing? Based on that, because we do it all the time, just in life. Even if we're going to the store, we'll go to the cashier that looks fun and friendly instead of the cashier that looks like they've had a bad day. So men do the same thing before considering. So we're not, as men, I don't have to do it, but as men aren't scared to approach, but men don't want to waste time with someone who's just not approachable and light and fun.
And another reason I wanted to do this video is because Brian and I, we moved to a new city and we are talking to a lot of different people right now, a lot of different women. And I can spot and read energy from a mile away. I can tell right away if a woman has hormone issues, relationship issues right away. And she could be perfect looking because of her energy. And one of the things that we notice a lot are women, in the service industry. They're, helping customers, helping their management a lot of times they're in management. They have to make decisions. They need something to prove. So they have the guard up, their hair is slicked back. There's not one hair out of place. A lot of times they got glasses on and they have that resting bee face. Like, don't mess with me. And I understand that's coming from a wounded place, but women do not understand that how you do anything is how you do everything.
Yes.
And when you're
Yes.
holding that energy and you're
That's so
practicing
true.
being in that energy, which most women are not even aware that they're like that, then they wonder why no one's approaching them, why men are
Yes.
not approaching them, why men are going to choose the other girl to talk to instead of you. And you're like, but I'm pretty, I'm smart, I'm
Yeah.
successful, I have this degree, I'm in management, I'm in this.
Yes.
No, babe. They subconsciously are reading your energy.
Yes. And we talk about it all the time in
Yes.
sports,
Yeah.
where you can't turn it on and off.
Yeah.
Men aren't looking at you saying, well, she's having a bad day.
Yes.
That's why she has that resting
Yeah.
bee face look.
Yeah.
We're just looking at what we see. We're believing it. We're not trying to overanalyze it. We're saying, okay, based on her demeanor, the way she's talking, I'm not even trying to think about is she having a bad day. This is who she is. Let me get out of her way. Let me not approach her. Let me get what I need and let me move on. I'm not trying to analyze and figure out if this is a great person, if she has a lot going on in her life, she serves at the Salvation Army. We don't care what you're doing
in that moment.
In that moment.
In that very moment.
Yeah, we don't care what you're doing in that moment because we don't have time to ask all those questions.
No.
That's later on, but initially we see what we see and we make a decision.
And you can get mad at men for being like that, and they're not being superficial. This is how our brains have evolved as humans, as species. We have to conserve energy. This is why we can scan our environment. We can scan people in less than 2 seconds, and we all do this.
Yes.
Men too, but men are hunters, right? So they're scanning their environment even quicker. We're constantly making subconscious choices. All of us. So you can't get mad at men for doing that. But once you learn this and you realize this and you develop something called self-awareness, we can shift this. Because trust me, honey, the ladies that I work with and the men are coming up to them all the time. Okay? All the time. And another thing I tell my ladies to do, this will help you a lot. And I know some people are going to be triggered about this, but I don't care. I'm trying to help you. For the ladies that this is helpful for, let me hear you in the comments. Okay? But one thing I get my girls to do when they are, they're wanting to be more approachable is I'm like, you got to stop wearing glasses. You got to stop wearing glasses and you need to leave your hair down. Okay. You're not doing the slick back. And, once in a while, it's okay. And I know you look so good in glasses, babe. I know you do. I know you want to comment that how good you look in glasses. And I'm sure you do. I'm sure your girlfriends tell you you look so good in your glasses.
Like color coordinating everything.
Yes, it's great. They're so cool looking. Okay. But what it does, and this is subconscious, when you're constantly wearing glasses and your hair is up tight in a bun or you have short hair, you are subconsciously giving off the impression that you are serious, uptight, and serious.
And it doesn't say that 100% of men look at you that way.
Yeah.
But we're generally speaking that most men, when they see that, not that they're thinking this, but it does bring off a serious type of vibe.
Yeah.
Where, okay, let me get my chest up and talk to her instead of just being more relaxed, going about it. And also, men subconsciously, so much stuff happens with us subconsciously, find women without glasses initially more attractive. And over time, I wear glasses, she wears glasses.
I wear glasses all the time.
Yeah, it's not an issue. It's not like you have to go get LASIK surgery or wear contacts 24/7.
Yeah.
But when you're going to dinner dates, when you're going to black tie events, things like that, even if you're just going to the gym and you're around men that may be interested in you, consider not wearing glasses all the time. Let them see a different side of you. And eventually, as you get to know each other more, everybody kind of has an area of time where they relax.
Yeah.
But you have to keep it most of the time where you're always doing it where you're attracted to him.
Yeah.
So that's really big when men are looking at women.
Yeah, so good. And nothing you can do, ladies, is just what I call split tests in business, right? Spend some time not wearing your glasses, put your hair down, do some makeup, feel good. The most important thing is that you feel good, right? Go out and see, not just once, but let this be part of your routine and see if more people approach you than when you are just uptight and not trying, putting your glasses on and your hair's up slick back.
Yes.
Okay, try that. And also, here's another thing, is we're not talking about how to attract all types of guys, because there are some men out there who love women in their masculine energy. Okay, so if you tend to attract men that are in their feminine because you're in your masculine, that is not what we're talking about. We are helping you ladies attract masculine energy men that are attracted to your feminine energy. Your hair down, doesn't have to be perfect, says fun. Okay, your hair slicked back where there's not one hair out of place, your hair super short because it's more convenient, is masculine energy, straight up.
And literally, men may find that attractive in a sexual way or something like that, but the energy behind it is the masculine energy that as they get to know you, you become friends, or you're just, you're just cool to be around, or you're just someone that they go to when they need something. And it's not directly related to it, but that's the feel that we get. It's like, okay, the mothering energy potentially, or you look like an aunt or something like that.
The auntie energy.
Yeah, the auntie energy where you're nice to be around, but we're talking about getting in committed relationships, getting engaged, and getting married. What initially attracts us as men.
And speaking of the auntie energy, that's a real thing. Okay, so Brian's sister got married at 52, and she realized before her husband came into the picture, masculine energy provider husband, that she needed to get rid of her auntie energy. You guys should go watch the live stream that we did with her.
It, please.
She's talking about that, right? And same thing, she has her glasses and they're great. She'll wear her glasses sometimes. But she learned she had to, fix up her hair. She lost a little bit of weight and she got rid of her auntie energy.
Especially you ladies that may have been married, long-term relationships that you just got out of and you're new back into the dating market. Definitely you want to make sure you take these clues and use these, because sometimes we've been so distant from it. Like Bridget was saying, Dr. Samo was saying that you jump back in and you're using the old way of doing things. And now you're in there looking like an auntie and reality hits and hurts. So
or you're attracting all the young guys because you're in your masculine energy, and then you're wondering, why do I keep attracting guys that I have to help all the time and take care of all the time? Well, baby girl, because you're in your masculine energy. You're in that let me take care of you energy.
That's so funny.
Okay, so let's talk about the more important thing. Point 2, which is even more important than your looks, is, are you in receiving mode? This is subconscious. This is 80%, maybe even 90% of whether or not you are approachable to receive the man that you're calling in. This requires a lot of nervous system reprogramming. And how you can tell if you are actually subconsciously in receiving mode, I'll give you some questions, okay? So you're calling in your husband, you're ready to date for marriage, all this stuff, right? You look good, you're doing all the other stuff I'm telling you to do, Coach B is telling you to do. But ask yourself, if the perfect man walked up to you right now, what feelings come up for you? What fears come up for you? And just feel that in your body. How do you feel right now? Because subconsciously, a lot of women hide. They're in their hiding energy. And this is not just you, babe. This is all of us, actually, that we've all had to work through. And we do this in different areas of our life. We do this with relationships. We do this around our weight and our body. And we actually also do this with money and being seen. I won't get into that here. That's something that I really help my women heal in the Feminine Energy Academy and even in the Princess Bundle. But just ask yourself, what fears come up for you? Are you actually ready to receive your husband? Are you even ready to receive going on dates? What emotions come up for you? So for me, when I was a single mom, I had to work through this because I had all these feelings, all these emotions start coming up about my kids, about pain that I had been through, all that stuff. See, what happens is when you were younger, certain things got programmed into your nervous system. So maybe dad was there and then he wasn't there. Or maybe dad was never there. Or maybe you went through a divorce. Or maybe you have a pattern of relationships where the guy left or he did you wrong, or for whatever reason, you don't actually trust masculine energy. And when you don't trust masculine energy and to be able to receive what it is that you're calling in, your nervous system's one and only job is to subconsciously keep you safe. And it will look for things. It will look for something called a confirmation bias. This is actual science, where you are looking for things that are confirming what your nervous system believes.
Even just to add to it, when you do that and you actually may come across a healthy masculine energy man, you self-sabotage that situation, because as you're looking for whatever you're looking for, you find. And that's in life. So as you're looking for these things are at the top of your mind. This is what your nervous system is used to. As soon as you see it, you go into panic or flight mode, where you may ghost him, or you may just start backing up. Now you go in that cycle of, I had a good man, or I had someone who potentially could have been that person, but this was wrong. And it's 10 years later. It's 15 years later, and you're still in that cycle. That's why it's so important to deal with that nervous system reprogramming, just so you can give yourself an opportunity, because these guys are out here.
So good, babe. And that's another really good point. Ask yourself, are you still in the same situation? Are you still in the same place as you were last year, as you were 5 years ago? Right? So that's another question to ask yourself that will tell you if your nervous system needs to be healed, so you can actually be in receiving mode. Otherwise, babe, you can, have your vision boards. You can even go on dates with guys. You could even date and be in relationships with guys. But if you are energetically closed off to receiving your husband, because your nervous system hasn't been healed and regulated to it, then you are subconsciously going to keep pushing men away. And a lot of times that's why guys won't even approach you. Okay? So it's not that you're ugly. It's not that you're not worthy. You are so worthy, and you are so beautiful, and you are so perfect. But we have to heal that so you can actually receive what it is that you're calling in.
That's so good. So ladies, let us know what you think in the comments. If any of this hit a nerve, if any of this just sounded like, oh, you're talking to me, this is what I've gone through, let us know. We'll get back to you, and we'll just continue to dive deeper into this for you.
For those of you that things are starting to come up and you want to clear it out of your energy so you can receive your husband. But also, ladies, we do this with money, by the way. If you don't feel safe with the next level of money that you're calling in, or clients in business, or being seen on social media, it's all the same thing. You're struggling to lose weight, same thing. I've had women that have been over 300 pounds in my community, that have lost over 100 pounds in my community, multiple women, by the way, not just one. And this is something that once they really heal the fear of being seen, and they actually align their nervous system to what it is that they're calling in, they're able to release that. So anyway, we love you girls so much, and we hope this was helpful.